Tell me, Dani, singing experience. Wait, I'm so shit. This shit. Press it. That should work, right?
Is it recording? Can you see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
seconds
red light,
moving?
red light.
No, but the seconds going.
Yeah, tell me about this show. I just need to hear about it.
So this show hasn't really technically started anything yet. It's with the Arcola Queer Collective, which is a community theatre company that's been going. Well, it's a community theatre season really that's been going for. This is the 4th or 5th year now. Don't know if it's 4th or 5th. I do know, but I've forgotten. Anyway, you can look that up. And I was in it. I was in a show earlier this year, so the previous season. I was in one of their shows, and it was fun, and it was really lovely for me to be performing at that point in my life. But I felt that there were some holes in the queerness of it. I didn't find the experience remotely queer, actually, but then also in the inclusion and in the accessibility. And when I say accessibility, I don't mean like ramps for wheelchairs and stuff. I mean actually enabling people, everybody who has needs, because everyone does have needs, to access that opportunity. Some things were lacking. So I had quite a lot of thoughts and chats, and I wrote a really good essay about it. I'll send that over. And then I said to myself, right, well, I'll just do a show next year. And as well, they'd never done a devised show, which for a season that's done 4 years, I think it's 4 years of at least 2, well, 1 and then 2 and then 3, and then so they've done a lot of shows and they've never done devised work. And I thought for a queer collective, never to have done a devised show is a bit much. So anyway, that's the preamble. So then I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? And then I had this idea. It came to me in a dream. But it really did come to me in a dream. I was thinking it's going to be 2019 when this show is on, and that's going to be the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising. And let's mark that, obviously. And it just, because of the requirements of the show, it has to be about an hour long. I thought, well, let's just do 50 years in 50 minutes, 1 year per minute. And let's base it on live oral history. So let's get as many people as we can who've been there, like people like Andrew and Jason Jones, and like Andrea's already done something, and like Ted, I'm sure will.
So would they have had to be there in that year? It's personal testimony. So
it's personal testimony, but they can talk about anything. So for example, if we invite Andrew to come in, which I already have done, and he will come, but he doesn't have to. But he doesn't have to talk about the Gay Times or the GLF. He can talk about a lovely time in 1991 when he went on holiday somewhere and he just like felt an affinity with something. Do you know what I mean? He can talk about anything he wants. The fact is, he as a person is contributing with his history and with his presence, and then based on the testimony that we're offered by the people who share, and based on our own research as well, because we're not going to be able to have 50 people coming in.
Okay.
But based on our own research, we're going to go to Bishopsgate, and we're going to do like queer tour and stuff as well, stuff like that. So like we're going to do all these other things, but based on that that primarily, like the key thing for me is that live testimony is what's going to provide us with some of that key content. It's like that's 1992 is Andrew's year, and that sort of thing.
Amazing.
So we haven't really started rehearsals yet. We've had 2 like preliminary workshops, and Andrea came in for one of them, and she was just incredible. She spoke about how she ran, and she helped to run a needle exchange in ACT UP New York in like 87, 88, 89.
She was in New York?
Yeah, she's in New York.
Oh.
Yeah. And she just gave this most candid and just frank and beautiful talk. And that's how I knew that people, they were like, I've never heard this before. I didn't know about ACT UP. I didn't know about any of this. And we just did some very simple movement improv just based on what Andrea had shared with us, and it was just absolutely stunning. People were really throwing themselves in, and it was gorgeous. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be fab, and it's great having like the GLF movement supporting it as well. Mm-hmm. And I think there'll be more collaboration we can do as rehearsals happen and as that project grows as well.
Yeah. Can we unpack a bit?
Yeah.
What is it about you know, like you say, when you found the queer community and they were developing a show in tribute to explore, to celebrate, to learn, to understand. Can we? What's so special about the queer community? What does it do to our minds, to our souls, to our heart? Why have you thrown yourself in the deep end? You could be doing anything.
Do you know? I don't think there is anything inherently special about it. Because I think if we went around thinking I mean, you know, I'm already a chosen person
It's true.
in every way that I need to be.
yeah.
But it's just like I don't think there is anything special about it apart from. And look, the queer community. I mean, the thing is, I mean, I know you're right all about these nuances, but like the queer community is not. It's shite as well in a lot of ways, and I have to work quite hard. And I don't like to use the word curate, but I have to like certainly put up a lot of boundaries that for myself to keep myself safe, even within our own community, because I'm sort of on the outside of it as a trans, non-binary, trans masculine, whatever person. So it's I just sort of need to caveat it by saying it's not like, oh, I found that's that 100% sorted. But the thing that is, I mean, I don't think there's anything special about it other than the fact that it's what I was meant to be a part of, and I've never been a person who does things by halves really, and I sort of have, you know, the older I get, the more I come to believe this about myself. Like, if I have an idea or a notion or like anything, I have to follow it through until the point when something in me says no, stop. And that applies to like relationships, hobbies, like learning a new language, going on holiday, like anything.
Yeah.
If I have this idea like, oh, I want to do this, or I'm interested in that, then I have to pursue it until a natural. There's always that. I don't know. It's like a wonderful inbuilt sensor that's like, that's done, and that just hasn't happened yet with the queer stuff and with the activism, the campaigning. But I just think it just feeds all of my needs basically. I mean, I have a lot of needs, as everyone does.
Mm-hmm.
and one of them is just to feel like I'm useful and contributing, but also to feel like I'm being contributed to and that something is feeding me, and I suppose it just did all of that. But I don't think it is inherently special.
Yeah, no, that's really useful to unpack. And you mentioned the GLF. And I know you've obviously been to and facilitated some of the GLF thinkings. What's been your insights and experience from the GLF? What does it mean to you?
Do you know what? The GLF is one of those things that sort of has crept up on me from